1. What is the world without and its relation to the world within? The world without as a reflection of the world within. 2. Upon what does all possession depend? All possession is based on consciousness. 3. How is the individual related to the objective world? The individual is related to the objective world by the objective mind. The brain is the organ of this mind. 4. How is he related to the universal mind? He is related to the universal mind by the subconscious mind. The solar plexus is the organ of this mind. 5. What is the universal mind? The universal mind is the life principle of every atom which is in existence. 6. How can the individual act on the universal? The ability of the individual to think is his ability to act upon the universal and bring it into manifestation. 7. What is the result of this action and interaction? The result of this action and interaction is cause and effect. Every thought is a cause and every condition an effect. 8. How are harmonious and desirable conditions secured? Harmonious and desirable conditions are obtained by right thinking. 9. What is the cause of all discord, inharmony, lack and limitation? Discord, inharmony, lack and limitation are the result of wrong thinking. 10. What is the source of all powers? The source of all power is the world within, the universal fountain of supply. The infinite energy of which each individual is an outlet. 11. What are the two modes of mental activity? Conscious and subconscious. 12. Upon what do ease and perfection depend? Ease and perfection depend entirely upon the degree in which we cease to depend upon the conscious mind. 13. What is the value of the subconscious? It is enormous. It guides us, warns us. It controls the vital processes and it is the seat of memory. 14. What are some of the functions of the conscious mind? It has faculty of discrimination. It has the power of reasoning. It is the seat of the will and may impress the subconscious. 15. How has the distinction between the conscious and subconscious been expressed? Conscious mind as reasoning will. Subconscious mind as instinctive desire, the result of past reasoning will. 16. What method is necessary in order to impress the subconscious? Mentally state what is wanted. 17. What will be the result? If the desire is in harmony with the forward movement of the great whole, forces will be set in motion which will bring about the result. 18. What is the result of the operation of this law? Our environment reflects conditions corresponding to the predominant mental attitude which we entertain. 19. What names has been given to this law? The law of attraction. 20. How is the law stated? Thought is a creative energy, and will automatically correlate with its object and bring it into manifestation. 21. What system of nerves is the organ of the conscious mind? The cerebrospinal. 22. What system of nerves is the organ of the subconscious mind? The sympathetic. 23. What is the central point of distribution for energy which the body is constantly generating? The solar plexus. 24. How may this distribution be interrupted? By resistant, critical, discordant thoughts, but especially fear. 25. What is the result of such interruption? Every ill with which the human race is afflicted. 26. How may this energy be controlled and directed? By conscious thought. 27. How may fear be completely eliminated? By an understanding and recognition of the true source of all power. 28. What determines the experiences with which we meet in life? Our predominant mental attitude. 29. How may we awake the solar plexus? Mentally concentrate upon the condition which we desire to see manifested in our lives. 30. What is the creative principle of the universe? The universal mind. 31. What is thought? Thought as spiritual energy. 32. How is it carried? By the law of vibration. 33. How is it given vitality? By the law of love. 34. How does it take form? By the law of growth. 35. What is the secret of its creative power? It is a spiritual activity. 36. How may we develop the faith, courage, and enthusiasm which will result in accomplishment? By a recognition of our spiritual nature. 37. What is the secret of power? Service. 38. Why is this so? Because we get what we give. 39. What is the silence? A physical stillness. 40. Of what value is it? It is the first step to self-control, self-mastery. 41. What proportion of our mental life is subconscious? At least 90%. 42. Is this vast mental storehouse generally utilized? Number 43. Why not? Few understand or appreciate the fact that it is an activity which they may consciously direct. 44. Where has the conscious mind received its governing tendencies? From heredity, which means that it is the result of all the environments of all past generations. 45. What is the law of attraction bringing to us? Our own. 46. What is our own? What we inherently are, and is the result of our past thinking, both conscious and subconscious. 47. Of what is the material with which we construct our mental home composed? The thoughts which we entertain. 48. What is the secret of power? A recognition of the omnipresence of omnipotence. 49. Where does it originate? All life and all power is from within. 50. Upon what is the possession of power contingent? Upon a proper use of the power already in our possession. 51. What are some of the effects which can be produced by electricity? Heat, light, power, music. 52. Upon what do these various effects depend? Upon the mechanism to which electricity is attached. 53. What is the result of the action and interaction of the individual mind upon the universal? The conditions and experiences with which we meet. 54. How may these conditions be changed? By changing the mechanism by which the universal is differentiated in form. 55. What is this mechanism? The brain. 56. How may it be changed? By the process we call thinking. Thoughts produce brain cells, and these cells respond to the corresponding thought in the universal. 57. Of what value is the power of concentration? It is the very highest personal accomplishment which can be acquired, and the distinguishing characteristic of every successful man or woman. 58. How may it be acquired? By faithfully practicing the exercises in this system. 59. Why is this so important? Because it will enable us to control our thoughts, and since thoughts are causes, conditions must be effects. If we can control the cause, we can also control the effect. 60. What is changing conditions and multiplying results in the objective world? Men are learning the basic methods of constructive thinking. 61. What is visualization? The process of making mental pictures. 62. What is the result of this method of thought? By holding the image or picture in mind, we can gradually but surely bring the thing nearer to us. We can be what we will to be. 63. What is idealization? It is a process of visualizing or idealizing the plans which will eventually materialize in our objective world. 64. Why are clearness and accuracy necessary? Because seeing creates feeling, and feeling creates being. First the mental, then the emotional, then the illimitable possibilities of achievement. 65. How are they obtained? Each repeated action renders the image more accurate than the former one. 66. How is the material for the construction of your mental image secured? by millions of mental workers. Brain cells they are called. 67. How are the necessary conditions for bringing about the materialization of your ideal in the objective world secured? By the law of attraction. The natural law by which all conditions and experiences are brought about. 68. What 3 steps are necessary in order to bring this law into operation? Earnest desire, confident expectation, firm demand. 69. Why do many fail? Because they concentrate on loss, disease and disaster. The law is operating perfectly. The things they fear are coming upon them. 70. What is the alternative? Concentrate on the ideals which you desire to see manifested in your life. 71. What is the imagination? A form of constructive thought. The light by which we penetrate new worlds of thought and experience. The mighty instrument by which every inventor or discoverer opened the way from precedent to experience. 72. What is the result of imagination? The cultivation of the imagination leads to the development of the ideal out of which your future will emerge. 73. How may it be cultivated? By exercise. It must be supplied with nourishment or it cannot live. 74. How does imagination differ from daydreaming? Daydreaming is a form of mental dissipation, while imagination is a form of constructive thought which must precede every constructive action. 75. What are mistakes? The result of ignorance. 76. What is knowledge? The result of man's ability to think. 77. What is the power with which successful men build? Mind is the very moving force with which they secure the persons and circumstances necessary to complete their plans. 78. What predetermines the result? The ideal held steadily in mind attracts the necessary conditions for its fulfillment. 79. What is the result of a keen analytical observation? The development of imagination, insight, perception and sagacity. 80. To what do these lead? Opulence and harmony. 81. What is the imperative condition of all well-being? Well-doing. 82. What is the condition precedent to every right action? Right thinking. 83. What is the underlying condition necessary in every business transaction or social relation? To know the truth. 84. What is the result of a knowledge of the truth? We can readily predict the result of any action that is based upon a true premise. 85. What is the result of any action based upon a false premise? We can form no conception of the results which may ensure. 86. How may we know the truth? By a realization of the fact that truth is the vital principle of the universe and is therefore omnipresent. 87. What is the nature of truth? It is spiritual. 88. What is the secret of the solution to every problem? To apply spiritual truth. 89. What is the advantage of spiritual methods? They are always available. 90. What are the necessary requirements? A recognition of the omnipotence of spiritual power and a desire to become the recipient of its beneficent effects. Thought means life, since those who do not think do not live in any high or real sense. Thinking makes the man. A. B. Alcott. 91. What is wealth? Wealth is the offspring of power. 92. Of what value are possessions? Possessions are of value only as they confer power. 93. Of what value is a knowledge of cause and effect? It enables men to plan courageously and execute fearlessly. 94. How does life originate in the inorganic world? Only by the introduction of some living form. There is no other way. 95. What is the connecting link between the finite and the infinite? Thought is the connecting link. 96. Why is that so? Because the universal can manifest only through the individual. 97. Upon what does causation depend? Upon polarity, a circuit must be formed. The universal is the positive side of the battery of life, the individual is the negative, and thought forms the circuit. 98. Why do many fail to secure harmonious conditions? They do not understand the law. There is no polarity, they have not formed the circuit. 99. What is the remedy? A conscious recognition of the law of attraction with intention of bring it into existence for a definite purpose. 100. What will be the result? Thought will correlate with its object and bring it into manifestation, because thought is a product of the spiritual man, and spirit is the creative principle of the universe. 101. What is inductive reasoning? The process of the objective mind by which we compare a number of separate instances with each other until we see the common factor which gives rise to them all. 102. What has this method of studying accomplished? It has resulted in the discovery of a reign of law which has marked an epoch in human progress. 103. What is it that guides and determines action? It is need, want and desire which in the largest sense induce, guide and determine action. 104. What is the formula for the unerring solution of every individual problem? We are to believe that our desire has already been fulfilled. Its accomplishment will then follow. 105. What great teachers advocated it? Jesus, Plato, Swedenborg. 106. What is the result of this thought process? We are thinking on the plane of the absolute and planting a seed, which if left undisturbed will germinate into fruition. 107. Why is it scientifically exact? Because it is natural law. 108. What is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. 109. What is the law of attraction? The law by which faith is brought into manifestation. 110. What importance do you attach to an understanding of this law? It has eliminated the elements of uncertainty and caprice from men's lives and substituted law, reason, and certitude. 111. How may any purpose in life be best accomplished? Through a scientific understanding of the spiritual nature of thought. 112. What 3 steps are absolutely essential? The knowledge of our power, the courage to dare, the faith to do. 113. How is the practical working knowledge secured? By an understanding of natural laws. 114. What is the reward of an understanding of these laws? A conscious realization of our ability to adjust ourselves to divine and unchanging principle. 115. What will indicate the degree of success with which we meet? The degree in which we realize that we cannot change the infinite but must cooperate with it. 116. What is the principle which gives thought its dynamic power? The law of attraction which rests on vibration, which in turn rests upon the law of love. Thought impregnated with love becomes invincible. 117. Why is this law irresistible? Because it is a nature law. All natural laws are irresistible and unchangeable and act with mathematical exactitude. There is no deviation or variation. 118. Why then does it sometimes seem to be difficult to find the solution to our problems in life? For the same reason that it is sometimes difficult to find the correct solution to a difficult mathematical problem. The operator is uninformed or inexperienced. 119. Why is it impossible for the mind to grasp an entirely new idea? We have no corresponding vibratory brain cell capable of receiving the idea. 120. How is wisdom secured? By concentration. It is an unfoldment, it comes from within.